Welcome back to Leeds Lately. Leeds, as you can see, have just won 3-2 at Elland Road against Middlesbrough in what was a crazy first half and a very tense second half. So we're going to get into it in a minute, but the first thing I want you to do is make sure you hit that button down below because it would really help me out. But like I said, Leeds have just won 3-2 against Middlesbrough, and again, like Wednesday night, I think it was Wednesday, whenever we played Swansea anyway, the first 5 minutes were mental, and obviously, as you can see, and as you've probably seen in the highlights and stuff, Middlesbrough went and scored straight away. Ball down the left-hand side, and Latte Lat, I think he's called, cut inside, curled it in the near post top corner. I think Meslier potentially could have done better, but I think, to be honest, it was more that he was unsighted by Joe Rodon trying to block the shot from in front of him. That one flew in the top corner, and we all went, oh no. Everybody in the stream was going, oh God, we've conceded already. Then we went up the other end, and this was like 5 minutes later, and Sam Byram gets the ball in this sort of this area here, and he just carries the ball all the way round about 3 players like that, crosses the ball into the box. It bounces off this player, goes really high like that, and Dan James wins a header against two defenders. That's the thing. 2 defenders like that who are a lot bigger than him. He leaps like a salmon, heads that one in at the back post. You're thinking, right, get him. We're back on level terms. Let's settle into the game. Let's get ready to go and try and attack a little bit more. But we kind of scored straight away again after that, not too long after, or it felt like that at the time. I don't actually know what the minutes of the goals were, but it certainly felt straight away. This time it was pretty much the same situation, except it was Archie Gray on the right-hand side, crossed it in, deflected cross, went up in the air, looped up, and Somerville won the header at the back post. This time Dieng in the Middlesbrough goal nearly saved it, but pushed it into his own bottom corner, just as he couldn't get enough on it to keep it out the goal. Really good finish, 2 headers from 2 really, really small players. And then towards the end of that first half, their player called McNair, he came up, he was substituted off because he was injured, and then Clark came on, the bald guy, and Clark kind of tried to tackle Jorginho, but then Jorginho went past him, and then in a moment of madness, he stuck his arm around Jorginho's leg and tripped Jorginho over, and it was a penalty. Piru took it because Bamford wasn't on the pitch. We'll talk about Bamford's hair a bit later on. Piru just took it. The goalkeeper went the right way, but because it was a well-struck penalty, it still went in. So that was 3-1. And then right before half-time, they ended up scoring a header off a corner in like literally the 45th minute. And so we're thinking, oh God, we're in for trouble now. But the second half, it was just very tense. There wasn't a massive amount of clear-cut opportunities other than the one where they shot, Strauch deflected it, it hit our post, bounced back out, and just as Rodgers, I think it was about to put it in, Rodon came in with an incredible tackle, like one of the best tackles I've ever seen in terms of stopping a goal, like the direct impact of him stopping a goal. And the ball ended up bouncing to Meslier, and Leeds got out. And Leeds had a few good chances as well. The one where they crossed it into the box off that corner, and Bamford flicked it on at the front post. Dieng had to dive and save it. Came straight back out to Piru. Piru shot straight back at Dieng, who was already lying down on the floor. So Leeds were unfortunate not to score more, but also they could have conceded more. So in the end, I'm happy with the victory. I would have been happy with any victory, but you know what I mean. It's nice to be able to have got over the line. A few ex-Leeds players, well, one ex-Leeds player, and Johnny Howson played for them in the midfield. He was probably their best player, sort of marshalling things in the first half. In the second half, I don't think he got involved anywhere near as much, but I think that was more credit to us getting into the game and starting to really dominate towards the end of that second half. And that's when they got a player sent off. It was a second yellow for Deke Steele, the right back. This time it was a quite bad challenge on Dan James, so he got his second yellow, got his marching orders, and then from that point they started to sit in a lot deeper, and that's when Leeds were able to massively dominate the possession and play things out for a 3-2 victory. So we stay third in the table, 3 points, really good result. Let's talk about some of the players then, like we usually do. Meslier, like I said before, he could have probably done better for that, but was unsighted. I thought Archie Gray was excellent. He gave the ball away maybe once or twice, but in a lot of situations he did really, really well. He got himself an assist crossing that ball into the box. The way he defended and the way he got himself out of situations at times with his dribbling and his footballing brain, I thought he did really, really well. Then you've got Joe Rodon, who made that tackle. Most of the time, Joe Rodon and Pascal Struijk were just really good at keeping the ball at the back. Joe Rodon had a better game, I think, than Pascal Struijk. Struijk had a few times where he went flying out and missed the ball and stuff, and it was a little bit... It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Bielsa man marking days when your heart's in your mouth because your defender's just flown off somewhere and been bypassed, and then they've got a counter-attack and your defender's nowhere to be seen. But it didn't end up in a goal from Struijk doing that, so we're okay. Sam Byram, again, he plays well every week. He's so good. Really happy with Sam Byram's performance. Got back, made some tackles in some good areas, did a lot of stuff going forward as well, being in that inside sort of forward role and playing the ball to Somerville down the left. Then you've got Ampadu and Kamara. Again, Ampadu and Kamara, really good game from them, I think. Ampadu, certain points where he made a few little mistakes and Kamara maybe lost the ball once or twice too, but for the most part, because we were dominating a lot of the ball in the second half, they were kind of controlling where it went, and Kamara a lot of the time was trying to get the ball into his feet, roll and try to get us forward, which I always appreciate about Kamara, that he does try to go forward. Ampadu played some really nice passes over the top and stuff. Nothing really came off to the point where we scored a goal, but he did play well, I think, in there. Then you look across the front line, you've got Somerville, who I think probably was the best out of those players. There's actually a video coming out on the channel on Thursday, so make sure you check that out. It's a tactics video about why we're so good on the counter-attack. Somerville's a big part of that. The way he carried out the ball in those attacking situations that we had, I thought he was really, really good, Somerville. Brought the ball out, dragged us up the pitch, did really well. Jorginho, again, he was back to his best, but the one thing that he's lacking from his game is his ability to put the ball in the back of the net. He's just not powerful enough with his shots. A lot of his shots are very tame, and they end up just being rolled into the keeper's gloves in the end. He needs to work on his power and stuff. Dan James, I thought, got his goal, did well in certain situations, knocked it past players because Middlesbrough were a team who came out and attacked us a little bit more. I thought Dan James was more useful in a game like this, shall we say, because he was able to try and knock it past players and get balls into the box, and I think Dan James had a pretty good game overall. Then you've got Joel Piroux, who had some good shots. In fact, he didn't really. He had some good shooting opportunities he didn't do enough with, I would say. But he did get involved a lot in the midfield play, actually dropping in and going alongside Kamara, with Ampadu a little bit more withdrawn behind them to try and pick up the ball and try and give the ball out wide to Gray or James, and then get himself forward. So I think he was trying to get involved in the play a lot more than he usually does, or he certainly did on Wednesday as well. So I think, yeah, he's done really well in there today, other than I think he could have done better with his shooting opportunities, but obviously he scored his penalty, so happy with that. The only other thing that we've got to mention is the substitute. Didn't really get to see them do anything other than Bamford with that header, which was really good, which I talked about before. It came to Dieng and it came straight back out to Piroux, but Bamford now has his hair like Eminem early 2000s, so there's that. That was not what I was expecting. When it was like, oh, Bamford's coming on, and then we saw the camera angle from above and behind, I just thought, well, who's that platinum blonde guy? And oh, it's actually Patrick Bamford, so maybe he's trying to reinvent himself, but I thought he was effective when he came on. I thought he did some good things, Bamford, actually, and created more of an opportunity from a corner than we'd seen in the last 80 odd minutes before he came on, so at least he can be useful in those situations. But yeah, overall, great. 3 points, 3-2 victory, fantastic first half, so exciting, and the second half was very, very tense, but we got the job done and we won the game, so that's fantastic news. Like I said, there's plenty more content coming on the channel this week. There's a video on Monday, there's a video on Wednesday, there's a video on Thursday, and then there's a live stream and another match reaction at the weekend as well. So there's plenty to subscribe for. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next time. I got right to the end. See you next time on Leeds Lately.